Forget 1492, forget the caravels, forget Columbus. Imagine a much earlier date. A brutal storm in the Atlantic. And a fleet of Roman galleys, diverted from its route to Britain, emerges from the fog to sight a land that does not appear on any map. A land of impenetrable jungles and pyramids that touch the sky. On this day, the Eagle of Rome did not land in Europe. It landed in the world of the plumed serpent. The first encounter would not be about gold. Gold, for the Romans, was for trade, not for obsession. The first encounter would be about land, strategy, and order. Disciplined legionaries, clad in larica, segmented steel, marching in formation, would meet jaguar and eagle warriors, adorned with vibrant feathers and armed with the makua weedle, a wooden club with obsidian blades, sharp enough to decapitate a horse. The clash would be brutal. Roman discipline, the tortoise formation, the testudo to block a hail of arrows, and the deadly efficiency of the gladius in hand-to-hand combat, against the ferocity, the knowledge of the terrain, and the numerical superiority of the Mesoamerican warriors. There would be no gunpowder, there would be no cannons. It would be a war decided by tactics, by steel and blood. But the real difference wouldn't be in the battle. It would be the day after. A Spanish conquistador would build a fort and a church. A Roman general would build a road. Rome's genius wasn't just conquering, it was incorporating. They wouldn't come to extract resources and leave. They would come to stay, to build, to transform the newly discovered land into a new province. New Hispania, no Gaul? No. Welcome to Hesperia, the Roman province of the twilight. Latin would be taught to the children of the Aztec elites. Roman engineering would erect aqueducts alongside the pyramids. Cities with names like Caesar Augusta Tenochtitlan would emerge. The empire wouldn't find an obstacle. It would find a source of power that would make it eternal. Of course, there would be an enemy that not even the legions could defeat. Disease, smallpox and measles, traveling in the holds of Roman ships, would still decimate millions. Perhaps 90% of the native population would still perish. But the Roman response would be different. Faced with a vast and empty land, Rome's order would be populate. Millions of Roman and European colonists would cross the Atlantic centuries earlier, not in search of religious freedom, but in search of land and opportunity under the banner of the eagle. The influx of corn, potatoes, and resources from the New World would strengthen Rome to an unimaginable degree. The Western Empire might never have fallen. The Dark Ages simply wouldn't have happened. Roman science, philosophy, and law would continue their uninterrupted advance. A lost ship, a storm, a simple coincidence that could have changed everything. We wouldn't have a Renaissance because the classical era would never have ended. We wouldn't have the United States, Brazil, or Mexico. We would have provinces of a Roman Empire stretching from the Euphrates to the Pacific. Our languages, our laws, our very identity. Everything would be different. This leads us to one last, disturbing question. By avoiding the Dark Ages and accelerating history, would our civilization today be more advanced, or just an older, more efficient, and brutal version of the same thirst for conquest? If you believe that a single change can rewrite the world, show the power of your thumb with a like and subscribe, because history is full of secrets waiting to be discovered.